meantime, the government successful in securing a multi-million-dollar loan agreement. Carla Palmer reports on the additional funding.
The deal all but sealed as the promise of a financial transaction takes root, and Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, anticipates taking hold of millions of dollars in loan from the African Export-Import Bank.
They made a commitment to lend our Bahamas Development Bank for onward lending $30 million, and I was pleased to hear this morning that is being advanced, and hopefully that we'll see the reality of that within the next few weeks.
During the meeting with stakeholders over the weekend at the office of the Prime Minister, Mr. Davis explained that the funds have been earmarked to advance small and medium enterprises throughout the country.
It is important that we recognize that we need to have various sources of funding. The African Export Bank becoming a new source lends to our varied options from which we can go to seek grant funding as well as infrastructural and other development funding. And so we're developing this relationship.
President and the chairman of the board of directors of the African Export-Import Bank, Dr. Benedict Oromah, admits that the bank has a targeted audience when it comes to lending funds.
We trust our people more. We are not going to say that our people are all too risky, as the traditional banks do. Because our people cannot be risky to us. So we will go to any transaction with an open mind. That is the big difference we made in the continent of Africa. That is the big difference we will make here.
Chairman of the Bahamas Development Bank, Senator the Honourable Quinton Lightburn, anticipates the funds helping to boost the economy.
The negotiations and discussions have been had with the Afrexim Bank and the Bahamas Development Bank for quite some time, and so it's a very favorable perspective in terms of being able to secure funding for the Bahamas Development Bank to provide lending for businesses throughout the country in terms of trade, manufacturing, development, import, export, and everything that falls underneath the Bahamas Development Act of 1974. So these things are going very well. It's very promising, and we're hopeful that definitely that things can be finalized very shortly to proceed and help the economy of the Bahamas.
The African delegation has since left the country, but not before Prime Minister Davis expressed his thanks for their assistance in the country's developmental goals. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.